You know, one thing I love about Gran Turismo 7 is the amount of car options in this game. I mean, there are so many cars to choose from, like the Lamborghini Huracan and the Lamborghini Huracan. Also, the Lamborghini Huracan and the Lamborghini Huracan. And then my personal favorite, and the one I chose for this race today, the Lamborghini Huracan. Anyways, so here we are at Blue Moon Bay, starting 6th in this race. I think I'm top 2,000 in the world in qualifying times. And that put me up pretty high on a lot of these races, but we have 6 laps. Um, we have 1 Brazilian in front of us and 2 Argentinians behind us, but a lot of Lamborghini Huracans. But getting into this first turn here, it's a pretty tough one to get right, and then going up on to this section of the oval track, and then going into this turn just trying to cut out as close to the wall as you possibly can. We actually gain a little bit on this guy. This turn's really complicated, and this guy just decides to turn left. You might have hit the wall or something. But the track continues this way, buddy, so I don't know what you're doing. We are now coming up on my boy Turd. You already know Turd, fellow American. Almost smashed his tailpipe there. But we get the position for approximately half a second before he just cruises on right back through. And now we come up to the straight right behind Turd, my man. Coming up to the final turn of the course, gotta cut this turn really sharp, really get flirty with that wall, and not hit the wall on the outside edge of the oval just like I did there. Fortunately for us, my boy Bruno getting a really bad launch onto this straight, not looking too good for him. And we're gonna stay behind Turd here. So we move on then to the end of lap 2, and as you can see up ahead, the Brazilian that's been running in first place gets a 3-second penalty. He must have done something nefarious to get a 3-second penalty. That's pretty crazy. But anyway, we start lap 3 in 3rd position, and we have a podium of all Americans. So we have a chance of the lead here. So now we are in the middle of lap 3, and we are coming right up on Turd. He's had a pretty stinky lap here. And into this turn, he takes it way wide. He doesn't even get on to the rail there. And we're going to get a really good run in to this turn up here, this hairpin. We're just going to cut into the middle. We're going to play really aggressively down the middle line. And he just tries to smash my tailpipe. A little bit of contact there. But it's alright. We get the move done. And as you see on the radar below, he's going to have a little bit of a battle with the guy behind. And then he catches right back up. But I still stay in front of him. And I set a purple split here, which means I'm on the fastest lap time. I already have the fastest lap. But Resman up here, the guy in the lead, he just gets a really bad launch onto this straight. And that just opens up the door. I had a really good launch off that final turn. In the draft, in the slipstream. Coming up to probably the hardest turn in the entire course, I'm going to go the inside line, going around this beautiful Crimson Huracan. And we're going to take a little bit of a tighter line. He's still on the outside end. He tries to go to the inside. I cut him off. And we get the move done, almost hitting the wall on the outside edge of the oval. He is still right up on me into the slipstream, into this turn. A little bit of a bump there. That's all right. We're going to keep it together. Coming into a very important turn here. I take it all right. He's going to take it a little bit worse than me. We're going to get a little bit of separation here. So clearly into the lead of this race. This turn's been a bit of a struggle point, as you can see, looking down the radar. Gets a little bit back up on me, but I get clean out, and now it's just a matter of keeping it together for the rest of the race. Coming up to the end of this lap, and it's at this point that I realize I have 2 laps left. I have to hold this lead for 2 laps. As you can see, we have about 0.8 of a separation between first and second, but this is when I start kind of sweating, because there's a long straight. Everybody has slipstream to try to catch back up to me. I just got to hold this race together if I want to win. Coming up in the middle of lap 5, and it's at this moment I realized that these 2 turns, the hairpin and then the double apex turn, I was taking so poorly that through these 2 turns alone, I lost 0.5 of a second. I went from being 0.9 ahead to only 0.4 ahead. And this is when you just can't have a bad run into this straight. And that's exactly what I get myself here. So now we got Bruno, actually, coming up behind us into the slipstream. So I try to move down to the lower line. I'm trying to shake him. I realize that these cars just aren't quick enough to shake the slipstream. So I just hold it on this line, and I'm really just trying to make sure that I defend well and take this turn well, because it's going to set me up for the straight. And he gets right up to the back of me. Luckily for me, I get a better exit, but it doesn't matter. He is firmly in the slipstream going into the final lap. He is right on me. He has a very good chance of getting this lead if I don't defend correctly. So coming up into a very important turn, and I mean, what was that, honestly? As you see on the radar, he just takes us 100 times better than me. And look at this defense. He tries to go for the inside line, so I see that. So I cut across even more to the inside line, and he still has a look at it. And then he gives me all the room I need, and we come through this turn. You know, I wanted him to come through that tiny little gap. Maybe not even able to fit a moped. He should have gone for it. I'm just saying, he should have gone for it. And now he is right behind me, and it's all about getting a good exit on this turn if I need to secure it. He's right in the slipstream. We take it almost the exact same. It's going to be a drag race down to the finish line of this race. Can I keep the win? He is only 2/10 off. This is about as close as it gets here, folks. But I do manage to secure the win. I mean, what a race. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching another great race in Gran Turismo. In fairness, it was a very clean race, so gotta give props to all these guys, but we got the race win in the end.